Okay, so welcome you guys, Atomic Success Secrets. And what we're going to do is a process that I was using the last couple hours. What I do, as a lot of you guys know, is I do the session ahead of time so that by the time we show up, it's already done in a way that's kind of cool, and then we can still play and do cool stuff. So it's something I've been using for many years. This doing it before it's before you show up kind of thing, and so you can use that for yourself and make this as your own version. And so my hope is that we have a video here. We'll have a video and we'll put it in the portal, and then you can use it again and again, and then and use your own version of this if you like as a thing in the mornings to kind of get your day started and to help you get what you want. So here goes. And the first thing to do is just, if you like, think about what you truly want. Like if something were to be done for you today, even if you don't know how it might happen, your dream, like what is that? And it could be something that you've thought about since being a little kid or for a long, long time, like really, if you got what you wanted, what would that be? So take a moment and we'll just put that into the field, into the mix, into the request pile, into the intention. Total perfected essence. Everything you want. And then if you want to put anything else you want, like what else do you want? Everything you want. And of course, you can see it in your mind's eye. And then getting everything you want, what would that do for you? What would it do for you to get everything you want? And what would be the best part of that? What would be the best part? And why is that the best part? Okay, and then let's take a little pebble, like using your mind's eye, that's in the center of your head. And before we let it drop, let's take a big, as if you're in a big Milky Way, the Milky Way of the universe, or a big vortex, or the center of the hurricane, and it's spinning around you counterclockwise. And then another big vortex spinning around you that's even bigger, spinning around you clockwise at the same time. And just notice them spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. In matrix energetics, that's frequency 3. And then when we let go of the little pebble, and it's going to fall into this heart space, into the center of that, whatever that is, that vortex that's in your heart space or in your pelvic space, that space. When we drop it in, that's an up and down kind of thing. and that's frequency 2. It's electrical. It's like a spark. It's a big, like a lightning bolt. And when you combine the up and down frequency, that electrical spark lightning bolt, and the circular torsion field, frequency 3, when you combine them both, that's electromagnetic. Yeah, we're gonna just let that pulse go out into the infinity. And so on 3, we're gonna drop a pebble, and you're gonna go to the feeling of something that brings you great joy. It has to be what brings you great joy. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. On 3, 2, 1, and let go. Ooh. And then we're going to use the morphic field of and some promises, the spiritual promises. So when, as Yogananda said, when you utter the name Babaji, yeah, that happens. So Babaji. Ooh. And so that's that Yogananda, that Kriya Yoga, the whole morphic field of Kriya Yoga. And I feel like, and this is all happening now, like I didn't think of this ahead of time. I'm going to 2-point you to Yogananda and Autobiography of a Yogi. And the thing I'm thinking is showing up is your version of whatever that is. And I'll talk about that in a second, I'm pretty sure. So it's a 2-point between you and Yogananda and Autobiography of a Yogi. It was written at the Self-Realization Fellowship in Encinitas, California, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. On 3, 2, 1. And then let's use that process of the Cedar Vedic from India. And let's just press the distal end of your index finger, your right index finger 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let go and think of the white window frame and your right eye is looking through it. And what do you want? So see that through your right eye. What do you want? What's your version of Autobiography of a Yogi? And by that, I mean, Yogananda spent his whole life going deep into this divine mother. Like, who is he? And yet he did a lot of stuff in the physical world. He traveled around. He came to America. He didn't want to come to America. He came to America. He got yoga to be a household name. He took a lot of abuse, a lot of betrayal. He worked very, very hard. He did lots of speeches around the US. He did a lot of stuff. And then he wrote Autobiography of a Yogi. So what's your version of what do you want? What do you want to create? And you can see that through the mind's eye, through that white window frame. And what would that do for you to have all that? And what would be the best part of that? And why is that the best part? And then we'll take the right hand and pat your heart 6 times and think very good. And then we'll take that little pebble and we'll let go and it'll fall into the heart space on 3, 2, 1. And go to the feeling of whatever it is that brings you great joy. Okay, then the next part is very important. It's to go in your body, let go of all distracting thoughts, and feel your body inwardly. Entire body is harmonized with chi. So notice what's happening in your body. And for the next few moments, our whole job is just to stay very present to what is happening in the body. And just follow it. And just touch it with one hand, with a few fingers. Just follow it and touch it. Super light touch. We're combining a lot of the stuff that we use. And the other fingers can go on the top of the breastbone and super lightly touch that. Super lightly bring them up to the ceiling. And the other fingers keep very close attention on what's happening in the body. Stay out of your thoughts. Stay in your body. That's right. That's right. You're doing great. Notice the most intense part. Notice the most intense part of the most intense part. Just follow it. Tune in even deeper. Stay out of the story. Stay in the body. When Yogananda traveled around, Autobiography of a Yogi, he went to visit all of his people, to meditate with them, to do this, self-realization, which is to let go of your thoughts and to go take a look. Who am I? Who is it that's watching? So he was with that woman, Ananda Miyama, I think is how she said her name, in the Himalayas. And there was the guy, James Jesse Lyons, who then got a different name when he got initiated into the Kriya Yoga. He became the president of the Self-Realization Fellowship. He was a businessman. And when Yogananda was doing all of that work, traveling all over the United States, working very, very, very hard, he came back to Encinitas, and James Jesse Lyons had bought the land and the whole thing in Encinitas, California. It's worth billions of dollars now. It's like a lot of land on the Pacific Ocean north of San Diego. And he gave it to Yogananda. And then Yogananda sat on that hillside. I've been there. And he meditated. And he wrote Autobiography of a Yogi. And when he was traveling, he visited all of his teachers. I know I don't say the name right, but Swami Yukasawarji was his teacher, and the teacher of that guy was Lahiri Mahasaya, and the teacher of that guy was Babaji, who I believe Yogananda, when he said that Babaji is immortal and he's also physical. He's living in the Himalayas with a little band of immortal people. Okay, so now we're going to just tune into this other idea, because it's like, so we're following what we're following in our bodies, staying out of our thoughts. We're together. We're like Yogananda and all those people he was meditating with, very sincere people. And we're all taking a look. Who am I? Who is it that's watching? Ooh. And so now we're going to go with let's do the little finger thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll put the window frame, white window frame, and your right eye is looking through it. And what is it that you want? And see it. And then we'll pat the heart 6 times and think, very good. We'll touch the top of the sternum. It's a very powerful spot. Very light, push it up. And then find the most intense part and follow it. Now this other part that I think is very important. You've got your vision of what you want. And we'll let go with the pebble. 3, 2, 1. And go to joy, your joy. And the next part is, what's the plan? Like, what are you going to do? So let's squeeze the middle segment of the right index finger 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can touch that top part, follow the spot, and having all of that, what are you going to do? So Yogananda, remember, he traveled, he did something he didn't really want to do, but he meditated and realized he has to go to America. He did all this talking. He got on planes, or however he got there around the US. Maybe he got in trains. So what are you going to do? What's your plan? And I suppose it's okay, of course it is, to not do anything except meditate. I think that's what Ananda Miyama did, that woman in the Himalayas. That's how she spent her life, just meditating. And then Yogananda was the other version. He also spent his life meditating, and he did a lot of stuff, action. So what are you going to do? And then what skills do you need? Are there some skills that you still need? Or are there some skills that somebody else has that could help you? So what are you going to do? And what skills do you still need? Either that you need to know or somebody you know needs to know. And your environment. What do you need in your environment? Like Yogananda, do you need to move? He traveled all the way from India to the United States to go do this thing. He hung out with all these other people. So who might you need to hang out with? Who might you need to work with, do things with, partner with. What about your environment? So what do you need to do? What's your plan? Where do you need to be? Who do you need to be with? And then with all that, we go in the body, because all those things can push buttons. Like the thought of doing something can be really freaky and just make you push every one of your buttons like, I want to do stuff. I was too freaking scared to be around those kind of people. Whatever it is that happens in your body, now we can go back in the body and feel it. Good job, you guys. And follow the most intense part. So this is the inner stuff. So the framework is, what's your vision? Like your definite chief aim in life. What do you want? And we use spirit. We do a matrix energetics, drop a pebble, let go, trust. And we clear the inner stuff. We go in our bodies and we feel what happened as we thought about getting everything we want, any of the obstacles. So we do the inner stuff. And then there's this middle section that could be really important. Like, what's your plan? Are you going to do anything? What skills do you need? Or does somebody else have skills that you can use, work with? What's your environment like? Do you need to move? Oh, you need to go for it. Or not. And then let's just let go of everything on 3, 2, 1. And go straight to the feeling of joy. Everything you want. And whatever you're noticing in your body, just notice it. And let's open and close the hands. It's the Haola. It's the all is well. So be it. All is well and getting better every day. It's the infinity and then the singularity. The infinity and then deep in the body. And then if you like, think about everything that you're grateful for. What do you appreciate? And we'll put our hands all the way around, bring all that energy, all that chi into the belly button. For women, the right hand first, for men, the left hand first, and we'll let go. And what I'll do is I'll put this in the portal as a standalone video, and then and you can make it your own, and we'll get started with our one-on-ones. I know it's a short amount.